What the hell was that? Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. President-elect Donald Trump just held a news conference, and as the Mediaite headline screams, there were at least 5 crazy moments, and Trump was off the wall. First up, Trump was clearly agitated at outgoing President Joe Biden. Why? Because the energy-efficient appliances embraced by Biden are itchy. Yes, itchy.
He wants everybody to have an electric heater instead of a gas heater. Gas heater is much less expensive. The heat is much better. It's a much better heat. As the expression goes, you don't itch. Does anybody have a heater where you go and you're scratching? That's what they want you to have. They don't want you to have gas where you don't have the problems of the electric.
Trump doesn't want the problems of the electric. He doesn't want you to scratch. For the record, there is no data or evidence that electric-powered furnaces and heat make you itch or scratch any more or less than gas-powered. But while Trump was obsessing over appliances, he also complained about Biden administration efficiency efforts regarding water.
They want very, very little water to go into your dishwasher, almost none. And you know what people do? They just keep pressing, keep it going. They end up using more water. Likewise, washing machines, they want in your washing machine to have very little water coming out of the washing machine. So when you wash your clothing, you have to wash it 4 times instead of once.
Now, there are stinky reasons why Donald Trump's clothes may need to be washed 4 times instead of once. Trump has allegedly long had incontinence.
He's worn diapers since probably the 90s, but I saw it firsthand in the 2000s on Celebrity Apprentice in late 2000s, and we'd have to stop the show and change him.
Back to the Trump news conference.
We're a party of common sense, and things that I'm telling you now is really all about common sense.
Republicans are the party of common sense?
The windmills are driving the whales crazy, obviously.
Obviously. With all due respect, it's not the whales who have gone crazy. On this day, Donald Trump identified a new threat to America, the name of the body of water between Mexico and some southern U.S. states.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate.
So if it's appropriate to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, well, Mexico can play that game too. Baja California is the name of the peninsula that is part of Mexico. Should that be changed to Baja Sonora? And how about the Sea of California? It doesn't touch California, so maybe the maps should all be changed to the Sea of Cortez. During the press conference, Trump did make some international news. He refused to rule out the use of military force to seize Greenland and the Panama Canal. Here's the exchange.
Can you assure the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us a little bit about what your plan is? Are you going to negotiate a new treaty? Are you going to ask the Canadians to hold a vote? What is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you, you're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this, we need them for economic security. The Panama Canal was built for our military. I'm not going to commit to that now. It might be that you'll have to do something. Look, the Panama Canal is vital to our country.
Donald Trump ran for president as the peace candidate who would stop endless wars. His America First isolationist policy was supposed to keep U.S. troops home. But because the Panama Canal is vital to the United States and Donald Trump wants control of it, he is not ruling out sending U.S. troops and using military force. There were some other news moments in this press conference. Watch.
On your first day of office, you're going to pardon January 6th defendants. Are you planning to pardon those who were charged with violent offenses?
Well, we're looking at it, and we have other people in there. And as you see, I guess 24 or 28 people came now from the FBI. That came out very quietly. Nobody reported it, but they had people in some form related to the FBI. They had 4 or 5 people that were strongly related to the FBI. We have to find out about that. We have to find out about Hezbollah. We have to find out about who exactly was in that whole thing, because people that did some bad things were not prosecuted.
Hezbollah was in that hall, and they were not prosecuted. Hezbollah is the Iranian-backed terror organization that operates in southern Lebanon and parts of Syria. There has never been an allegation that any Hezbollah member was part of the January 6th riot. So either Donald Trump just revealed something new about the efforts to stop Joe Biden's 2020 election certification, or Donald Trump's brain is mush. For all of you who are going with mush, well, here's another example in the news conference. This is Donald Trump describing special counsel Jack Smith.
They brought this moron out of The Hague. He's a mean guy. He's a mean, nasty guy. His picture was perfect, because you look at his picture, you say, that's a bad guy with his robe, his purple robe. And he executes people. He shouldn't be allowed to execute people, because he'll execute everybody. He's a nut job.
Jack Smith is a nut job who executes everybody. First of all, while Jack Smith worked at The Hague, it did not lead to the death penalty for any of the war criminals he prosecuted. And that's because the Netherlands, where Smith worked at The Hague, does not have the death penalty. Smith's prosecution in New York of a gang member who killed 2 cops did lead to a death penalty conviction, and perhaps that's where Donald Trump got confused? In any case, Dementia Don is trending again, and America is looking at 4 years of this nonsense. Way to go, Trump voters. By the way, citizens in Canada and Canadian political leaders are now telling Donald Trump to F off.
My message to incoming President Trump is that first and foremost, Canada will never be the 51st state of the U.S.
You know something, to the president, I'll make him a counteroffer. How about if we buy Alaska and we'll throw in Minnesota and Minneapolis at the same time? So, you know, it's not realistic. I know he likes making these comments and he likes joking around. I take that seriously. He may be joking, but under my watch, that will never, ever happen.
Dear Donald, Canada has something called democracy. It means the leader is accountable to Parliament and can be replaced. I bet Americans wish they had that now. And convicted sexual abusers don't get to lead our nation. We're decent folks. P.S. Button up. We're sending frigid cold your way. Love, Canada. Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular from Butterflies, who wrote, as a Canadian, I can't say F Trump loud enough or often enough. I hear you. I look forward to reading all of your comments about a seething Donald Trump delivering an arguably crazy and off-the-wall news conference. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.